My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. Are you fantastic? I have an Ironed t-shirt on. Today I am reviewing Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and this is £220 for 50ml. Top notes are black cherry, cherry liqueur, bitter almond, a syrup I've never heard of, Turkish rose, jasmine sambac, Peru balsam, roasted tonka bean, sandalwood, vetiver, cedarwood. Now I smelt this. This is a disclaimer because I'm always very honest. About 2 years ago, I went away, and in the airport I was just smelling. It was the period after I just developed rose. I sort of finished that great long development process, so I was obsessed by sort of like rose and florals and things. And then I saw this. This was just being released, so that was November, not last year, November before. And again, you can't smell because these people just come at you, and you're like, oh god. So again, when I open my shop, you won't be having that. It will be allowed to smell and allowed to really take your time and just really indulge yourself in it. When I smell stuff, I have to relax and I have to really engage with that part of my brain. And if I feel under pressure with someone asking me if I want to buy it, that emotional part of my brain disconnects, and I'm just really annoyed because sometimes you just want to smell something and you may smell it 3 or 4 times and then you may go back and buy it. In these massive companies, it's very important you can try it a few times, try it on your skin, see how long it lasts, see the dry down, see if you like it, see how you feel, see the reaction you get, see the emotional response, all that sort of stuff. That's a really important way to try fragrance, you see. So I do have a little sample, so I'm going to test this on my skin, and I'm a bit nervous because I don't know whether the memory I've got of it is I didn't like it, but I think it was because of the shop bitch. Oh, these samples came from somewhere called Perfumer. Can you see? We'll link it. These came really beautifully wrapped, and oh, really lovely. So yes, fantastic. Really enjoy it. This is totally different to how to remember it. So it was emotions led that I can stand it because of the woman learning curve about how to learn senior shop, you see. So the run for it, of course it's got the cherry, all that stuff, but you don't want to hear that from me because you can hear that from thousands of other people. And really quickly, these reviews are led from my personal thoughts and feelings, not influenced by anyone else. And I'm certainly never bashing anyone. So all that sort of stuff, get that disclaimer out of the way. This is benzyl. The benzyl notes are in rolling around with sort of heady oats. So you got the benzyl salicylate, benzyl benzoate, and I'd imagine benzyl acetate, benzyl alcohol, or that sort of thing to give you that sort of almondy, cherry top note. It is not sickly sweet, and that's what I felt. It's actually really good. It reminds me, okay, there is her coming through, so I do like this, a sort of a citronellal, hydroxycitronellal note, and that gives a really lovely floral feel to this. So this has the benzyl notes, the linalool, the limonene, then coming down into the ionones, and ionones are very dry and give an oriental feel. They're absolutely sweet. Ionones are really lovely actually. They aren't nice to smell, but they are very nice within things to dry things out or to make things smell sort of, yes, this one, my English doesn't really work. They have a funny smell. Oh dear, please excuse my dyslexia. Yes, short-circuiting brain. But the funny thing is, and a couple of people picked this up, is when I talk about something, I can smell it and I can taste it. So I know and I can smell and taste as I'm talking about it. And you imagine trying to describe the taste of orange juice to someone if, apart from the colour, you're a bit, well, it's a bit citrusy and then your brain goes. And that's the problem I'm sort of having. And so I will, maybe I think some research I'll do is to try and describe words a bit better for you in my spare time. Very nice. Eugenol. Coming down to give a clove feel. So this is really lovely created, and it's sort of, for some reason I feel like it's an S shape. Some fragrances you see me describe as round, some fragrances are long, some fragrances are flat, and I'm sort of feeling this is an S shape. So you've got the benzoyl notes, giving the sort of slightly ylang-ylang into jasmine-y, into the linolols, the hydroxycitronellols, the Eugenol, the isoeugenol, the must. The must is lovely and clean. So this is a really clean smelling fragrance. This reminds me of the Killian. There is a definite connection there. How strange. There's something in it. It is the honey note. The honey note, the honey accord used in this is pretty much exactly the same as the Killian Black to Black. That's why I'm loving it. Smell them both and see, you'll know. This is the benzoin, no rose in it at all. Lovely assimilation of rose aroma chemicals, patchouli, and then the balsams on the bottom. So I'd imagine the aroma chemicals they're using are the patchouli and a balsam into the base, and then up through fantastic sort of aroma chemical assimilation. Lovely. On to my final thoughts. This is Tom Ford at its finest. If you love almond, cherry, liqueur, not overly sweet, slightly honey, woody, balsamy, beautiful oriental, you will love this. If you don't like sweet fragrances, if you don't like cherry, you will hate this. So this is a fantastic love it or hate fragrance. This is really good, and the reason why I love this is because there really isn't anything like this. I don't know, you're probably going to tell me differently, but I love Tom Ford when they do something different, unique, and individual. This is completely unisex. This is sitting on a 5. 10 would be female, 1 would be male. This is a 5. This is really suitable for all people, all sexes, all ages. This is a really good fragrance. That is just, if you love this, you will love it in any age. Good way. The price is where it's getting to me, you see. And up above £200. I'll give you a bit of inside information. At some point will be releasing some top of the range stuff with some exquisite raw materials, which is really refined, using vetiver, using ambergris, using rose, using oud, using ambergris, I don't know if it's ambergris before, and saffron in as well. So when I do something about £200, it uses really expensive raw materials. I wouldn't get you guys with that sort of thing. It doesn't really interest me at all. I'm into creating art before profit, because if you create something beautiful, profit follows. You don't need to do this, and that's the problem I'm having with this, is the price of it. For me, the projection is about a foot. I'm very specific, do your head in about 1.25 feet. The dry down's really lovely. 6 to 8 hours wear. It's a really fantastic simulation. The price is what's getting me. To be really honest with you, this is the price that's getting me. I want to see this at about 180 maximum. So I'm going to mark this as 7 because the price, simply and purely because of that. If it was 165, it would be a 9. And that's how I feel. I'd recommend you try this. If you love this, then it's worth the money, but I personally wouldn't pay £220 for a 50ml for this. Protection is nice, but it's not. My thought is that I love Black Orchid, and Black Orchid isn't that expensive. I don't know how much Black Orchid is, but Black Orchid I think is an incredible fragrance, phenomenal, groundbreaking, blows my mind. I have love and respect for it, and they're saying that this is better than Black Orchid, and maybe it's the balsams that are throwing this price up. I don't know. There'll be some reason, but I think it's 220 for 50 mils, a little bit too much for it, without some fantastical raw materials in there. So, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you like it. Go and do something kind today with your lives. Let's change the world. Let's be unicorns together. I love you all, and I'll see you soon for a fragrance review.